Both of North Carolina's Republican U.S. Senators, Richard Burr and Thom Tillis, are facing backlash in their state after opposing a proposal to limit how much private insurance companies can charge for the insulin used by diabetics. The debate on the Inflation Reduction Act of 2022, which at one point included a $35 insulin price cap for private insurance companies, began Saturday morning and stretched into Sunday. Let's take a look as Washington Democratic Senator Patty Murray pleads with Burr, Tillis, and other colleagues to vote in favor of the insulin proposal.
37 million people in our country have diabetes, and it's absolutely wrong that many of them cannot afford the insulin they need to live. I've heard from people in my state who risked their life and rationed their insulin to make ends meet, all the while drug companies are jacking up prices. The cost of insulin has tripled over the last decade, and it's not like it's 3 times better. The reality is the cost of insulin isn't just out of control, it is devastating people, and not just seniors, but workers and students and parents who are just trying to get insulin for their kids. We have an opportunity here to make a difference and permanently cap insulin at $35 a month. It will save money, it will save lives. This should not be a hard vote to cast.
Senate Democrats forced Burr, Tillis, and other Republicans to go on the record about whether or not they believed a $35 insulin cap should be part of the Inflation Reduction Act of 2022, and both of them are being lambasted for throwing diabetics under the bus. On Sunday, the U.S. Senate passed the Inflation Reduction Act of 2022, a $750 billion package addressing energy, climate change, healthcare, and taxes. The bill passed 51-50 via the process known as budget reconciliation, allowing the Senate's narrow Democratic majority to bypass the 60-vote rule of the filibuster. Now the bill will go to the U.S. House of Representatives for consideration, and Democrats are optimistic that it will pass in the House and make it to President Joe Biden's desk to be signed into law. Journalist Danielle Battaglia, in an article published by the Raleigh News and Observer on August 8th, stresses that Burr and Tillis are facing a vehement backlash in their state for opposing the proposal to limit the cost of insulin to $35. Battaglia also quotes North Carolina's Democratic Party spokeswoman, Ellie Dougherty, as saying, while President Biden and Democrats are working day in and day out to lower the cost of prescription drugs, reduce the deficit, and fight rising costs without raising taxes a single penny on middle-class families, Burr and Tillis' vote underscores the GOP's commitment to protecting Big Pharma and special interests over easing costs for North Carolina families. Sherry Beasley, the Democratic nominee in North Carolina's 2022 U.S. Senate race, was also quick to berate Burr and Tillis on Twitter, stating, "I will always fight for the people, not cower to corporate special interests. Senator Burr and Tillis' votes today were inexcusable." Senator Burr is not seeking re-election in November, and Senator Tillis' current term does not end until January 2027. It seems that despite the backlash they've received this week, neither will be affected in any meaningful way. In November, Beasley will face off against Trump-endorsed Republican nominee Ted Budd for the open Senate seat in North Carolina. Thank you for watching Raw Story TV. Please be sure to visit us at rawstory.com. Stay informed and tap below to take action by liking, subscribing, and joining all those who like their news raw.